Have you ever felt that extreme whiplash? Going from the absolute chaos and noise of modern hyper-connected city life straight into the profound, grounding stillness of ancient wisdom? It's a fascinating journey. Today, we're taking a cinematic expedition right into the mind. We're unpacking a timeless map, one that's designed specifically to help young minds, and honestly, let's be real, all of our minds, navigate the immense, crushing pressures of the modern world.
So think about this. What if the source code for mental clarity was actually written thousands of years ago, right? Because for teenagers and young adults today, navigating life is literally like walking through a digital battlefield completely blindfolded with no instruction manual whatsoever. Between the constant noise of social media, those glowing smartphone screens keeping us up at night, and just that unending heavy pressure to fit in, well, it is incredibly easy to feel totally overwhelmed. Our minds are running a million miles an hour, and it just leads to complete exhaustion.
It's like modern life operates on this relentless treadmill. It's so easy to walk around feeling like an incomplete nine, constantly running, trying to get better grades, make the varsity team, or chase social media validation, all just to find that elusive missing one to make you a perfect 10. People end up feeling lived by their life, just completely trapped by the comparison game. The source material we're looking at actually describes this as being driven by the me monster. Imagine this fluffy, super demanding internal ego whose impulses keep you just reacting automatically to everything around you instead of consciously choosing your own path. Okay, take a breath. Imagine stepping completely away from all that modern city noise. Suddenly, a completely different landscape opens up, one that looks like the breathtaking Himalayan mountains reflecting off a perfectly still glass-like lake. It's a joyful space, wholly dedicated to exploring timeless Vedic heritage. We're talking a complete gear shift here, moving entirely from digital anxiety to absolute serenity. And our guide on this journey? A truly remarkable teacher, Dr. Kumud Singhal. She has literally made it her life's mission to translate this deep, ancient wisdom into very real, practical, modern relief. Now, Dr. Singhal brings a truly unique background to this ancient wisdom. She holds a PhD in statistics from the University of Waterloo, and get this, she worked as a data analyst for the legendary Bell Labs, the birthplace of the transistor. So she possesses a highly logical, deeply analytical mind. Yet at the same time, she's a devoted student of Vedanta, a grandmother and an author. And honestly, this dual profile is exactly why her approach is so incredibly powerful. She takes the absolute precision of a data analyst and uses it to perfectly map out the operating system of the human mind. She isn't asking young people to just blindly believe anything. She actively empowers them to stress test the logic for themselves. All of this highly logical approach culminates in her absolute masterpiece. Stay cool, stay happy, the ancient wisdom map for young minds. And let me be clear, this isn't just a simple collection of stories. It is quite literally a universal blueprint. Think of it as a user manual for the self. It teaches youth exactly how to take back their remote control from that demanding me monster we talked about earlier. It gives them the precise framework they need to just hit pause, step back from those automatic mechanical reactions, and stop endlessly searching the outside world for happiness. To really understand this, consider the story of a lion cub who was lost and raised by a flock of sheep. So he lives in the sheep meadow, he eats grass, he bleats, and he is completely convinced he's just a sheep. It's exactly like when a person thinks they're an incomplete 9, desperately searching for a 1. But then, one day, a wise older lion takes the cub to a still pond. In that calm water, the cub sees his true reflection and suddenly realizes his powerful true nature. Well, this ancient wisdom acts as that still pond. It reveals that human worth is already a constant, unchanging 10. There is absolutely nothing lacking. To really support this profound journey of inner growth, Dr. Singhal has built an absolutely incredible resource. Her Vedic Heritage YouTube channel functions as a completely free academy of learning for families and curious minds all over the world. We're talking full video recordings of 6-month Sanskrit Zoom courses, rich classes on Hindu culture and traditions for kids, playful lessons on the Hindi alphabet, plus beautifully guided daily prayers and Vedic chanting. It is an absolutely massive free treasure trove education that brings all these deep concepts directly into your living room. And what's really amazing is how this curriculum is firmly grounded in authentic, traditional texts. If you look at the architecture of the literature here, it flows seamlessly from the foundational core truths of the Shruti, like the 4 Vedas and the Upanishads, straight down to the very practical narrative guidelines of the Smriti, like the Bhagavad Gita and the Puranas. It basically takes these incredibly deep, ancient concepts and bridges them into practical, everyday tools.
Tools perfectly designed to keep the mind clear and the heart steady in what is otherwise a pretty chaotic world. But her prolific dedication to the younger generation actually extends far beyond a single title. She has a massive body of work. I'm talking 8 full books available on Amazon. She covers Hindu religion, culture, Sanskrit grammar, and a whole Hindi learning series. A perfect example of this is Jana Manjusha. It's this beautifully crafted treasure chest of simple poems all about the teachings of Vedanta. She has actually spent over 20 years creating these resources, flawlessly blending her deep, unconditional love as a grandmother with her brilliant analytical mind, all to help young learners discover the absolute beauty of this timeless wisdom. So for anyone ready to master their inner world, or maybe to equip a young person you love with absolute resilience against modern storms, the Vedic Heritage channel is just an invaluable starting point. Subscribing to the channel and diving into Stay Cool, Stay Happy, along with her other books on Amazon, unlocks a truly profound toolkit for mental clarity. I want to leave you with a compelling, somewhat provocative thought. What would tomorrow actually look like if you woke up knowing you were already a perfect 10? What if you made the choice to live intelligently, shifting entirety from an exhausting state of constantly becoming something to a peaceful, grounded state of simply being? The journey into this living Vedic heritage starts right now.